Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Steven. We are back in the Airstream today and I'm going to do a quick video on the 12 volt outlets that come in the 2023 plus Airstream models. So in the 2023 model year, Airstream started including 12 volt TVs, which is great if you're boondocking. You don't have to turn on the inverter to watch TV. Swinging back here, I already moved the TV out of the way. The standard connections are a cable outlet, you've got HDMI, and then you've got the 12 volt. And every outlet back here is an actual outlet. You've got a power plug, you've got the cable outlet, it plugs in here with HDMI. But for the 12 volt, they just ran a panel with a hole and a couple of wires that go in, and you can see here they used splice connectors. The TV in the bedroom actually used some Wago connectors, but I've never been a huge fan of how this was done. I think it's kind of sloppy to just have a hole with like a plastic grommet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this over to a pair of Anderson connectors. That way these are a lot more useful and a much more clean look. You will be able to unplug the TV and maybe plug in another 12 volt appliance, like say a 12 volt fridge that you travel with and place outside the camper. So follow me along. There's some interesting things about how this is done, and I'll show you what my solution is. So here's a quick look at what comes stock in the camper. Fun fact about this, if you didn't like the black, you could just switch it over and do a lighter color. It's white, so you could switch it around. Everything that they installed here is mostly black, so I'm going to leave it black. What we're going to be doing is cutting the wires that just come through here. As you saw, they just use splice connectors online, and installing these Anderson connectors. So you can see real close. These can handle both 15, 30, and 45 amp. You can get these on Amazon. The actual plastic parts are identical. The only difference is the terminals for different wire sizes. So Airstream uses 14 gauge wiring, which calls for the 30 amp terminal. So that's what we will be using on the camper side. On the actual TV side, the wires are smaller, so we'll just use the 15 amp connectors, but they plug in just the same. One other fun fact about this, I thought this would be simpler. This looks like it's a standard outlet size. So if we come over here, let's find a normal size outlet, like the one in the kitchen. This is what I thought this size was. But an Airstream decided to make this just a tiny bit bigger. So that means anything that you could buy, Amazon or anywhere else to handle that you could plug in Anderson connectors, won't work. So I went online and I did some searching around. Let's set that there. And you can see when I put a standard outlet right next to this one. Let me just set these here and then I'll show you the difference. You can see that in a standard outlet, the black here is a good bit smaller and the holes won't line up. So that created a little extra complication, and what I ended up doing is I went online and I found someone had made a panel for Anderson connectors that's much like that, and I did a remix of it, and I made it so you can do either a quad or a double, meaning plus minus plus minus. So that way you could, if you wanted, add another 12 volt port to plug in something else. So you can also just go with one of the two and then do a Y splitter. There's Anderson parts that starts in like 2 out, and then basically this on one end and then 2 of these on each end. So what we're gonna do today, because Airstream drills a hole about like 1 1/8 inch, which is big enough for this. This you could fit, it's a tight squeeze, but we're just going to put this in there today. So I'll show you what that's about. I will post links to this because this allows you to just screw this right in the exact same spot as the factory did. That way you're not putting new holes in your camper. Another item of note is in the media cabinet, this panel here is also one of the larger panels. So that's actually not a standard one, which is a little bit annoying. I don't know why they didn't just build those the same size as a standard one. So, here we've got a standard cable outlet side. You could replace that with anything else off the shelf. The power one, standard outlet size, anything off the shelf. But again, you've got a larger one here and a larger one here. So we're gonna swap this out, put a nice connector on here, so if you ever wanted to unplug the TV, plug something else in, or replace the TV, you're not dealing with this all the time. And I don't know, I just think it's like everything's a nice outlet, and then they just did a pass through there. So let's get started. So I took this little panel out. You can see it's just a pass through. It's a little challenging to get a screwdriver in there, so I used this wrench with a 1/4 inch socket and then a Phillips head on the end. It's probably not going to focus on there, but use that, or you can use a shorty screwdriver. You can see that the hole there is just big enough to accommodate this little plastic grommet that goes up in there. Otherwise, you know, you could enlarge that hole and use a variety of different solutions. You could enlarge this hole and just use one that is like 1.25 inches and that has you can buy those off various online sources, but then you'd have to make this bigger. So that little 3D printed panel will fit the double right in there. You could fit the quad in there probably. Once I cut those wires, we'll get them out of the way and we'll check and see if the quad one will fit up there, but I'm just going to do the two for now. So that's where we are. Next up is cutting the wires. I'm probably going to do the TV side first. TV is pretty easy. Red is positive, black is negative. On the Airstream side, white is negative, and they use various different colors for positive, but pretty much always the white is negative. On your trailer or camper, please verify, use a tester, and make sure that you got those the right way. I don't think you'd want to hook them up the wrong way. So, next steps, cutting the wires and putting on the connectors. So real quick, just wanted to show the crimper that we will be using. This is specifically for the Anderson connectors. And based on the gauge, you can see the little table there, whether you use a 15, let's see if it tracks in there, 15, 30, or 45. There, it kind of focused in a little bit. You don't need to buy those. Any crimper that can do barrel crimps, which is what these essentially are. I don't know if that's going to zoom so great. We're just having a good time with the camera today. But these are just little barrel connectors. You don't need to buy the specific Anderson crimper. You can see there. And these are, again, on the TV side are just going to be the 15 amp because that's the correct size for that gauge of wire that comes on the TV. On the actual camper side, it's 14 gauge, so we'll be using the 30 amp connectors. Okay, so we have got the connectors crimped on. And with these Anderson connectors, I don't know if this will show up, but there is a metal tab. I don't know if this is going to work. There we go. A metal tab in there, and you will see the little hook pointed down on here on that connector. You want that curved part of the hook to go forward and around that little metal tab. And so you just slide them in. And this is going to be impossible to do with one hand because these are tight squeezes on here. Anyway, I'll put the two connectors on there and then connect them up, and then we'll get to the camper side. Alright, so we've got the two connectors in there. You push them in there, they're kind of a little bit difficult. They'll hear initial snap, and then there's a second snap when it goes over and you can see the two terminals in there. Real quick, before I do up here, I did put in the panel with the quad, or the two positive, two negatives, and it does fit. It's a tight squeeze. You can see it's kind of holding itself up there. But you could do that if you wanted to do 4 terminals, at least in this case, in the hole that's already drilled there. You can see it just holds itself in there. Square peg in a round hole situation, but yeah, you can see that one. The one we are going to be installing is just the single positive, single negative panel, and that being smaller will go right up in there. These are hot, so you got hot 12 volts on one of those. You might just want to hit your battery off before you do this. That way you're not shorting that out. This is metal, you could short that out, so be careful when you do this. So we have the terminals crimped on. Again, you can see the little hook possibly on the end. Maybe, probably not. So we'll go ahead and get the plastic ends on there, and then we'll snap them into the panel, put that up there, and I'll show you how they connect up. One thing I did want to show is if you didn't care so much about this piece, you could still put these connectors on here. It's going to be an upgrade over what it came from the factory, and obviously you can always unplug it, plug something else in, or if you replace the TV and it comes with a new wire harness, you just throw some Anderson connectors and do that. That way you're not cutting, recrimping, if you ever wanted to repurpose those. And then you could just shove it back in there like that. But once again, I'm going to make it an actual outlet with this 3D printed cover, so it snaps in proper just like everything else. But did want to show this just in case that's the route you want to take. So there we have it. The new panel is in. You can see how that's a proper plugged outlet now. You can unplug it, plug something else in. It matches the HDMI, the antenna, and also the 110 volt over there. We have the TV working. So awesome. Sort of a nitpicky mod, I suppose, but one of those things that I really just didn't like how they did it at the factory. And the other thing about the Anderson connectors is they're so universal. You can use them anywhere on anything. A lot of people use them for DC charging, for the big 40-50 amp ones coming off their trucks. So those are the much larger examples. But everywhere that there's 12 volt in the Airstream, like for example, behind this USB port is 12 volt. I mentioned this earlier, but this radio is 12 volt. Behind here is a 12 volt source. And fun fact, these Sony DVD players, if you still watch DVDs, we do just because we don't have service or good Wi-Fi a lot. These are 12 volts, so they come with an AC adapter that goes from 110 to 12 volts. So all you do is you buy a car adapter for these and you cut the end off and then you plug it directly in to 12 volts. So it runs off battery too. That way you've got your TV and your DVDs running off battery and you don't need to turn the inverter on. So Anderson connectors are great. It cleans it up, it makes it a much more clean installation, and it's been completed here. And I'll also take you back here. You can see I've got completed here as well. So it's no longer the grommet pass-through. You can see the other outlets there. So kind of a fun little mod. I use these Anderson connectors anywhere that I've got like 12 volts. So this makes it nice. I can plug something else in, use a Y connector, plug a little fridge in or something along basically anything 12 volts. So pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed this mod. If so, let me know in the comments and let me know what you think. Thanks so much. Take care.